You want to know why your retail store keeps bleeding cash even when your sales look strong? Most retailers have no idea that there are three hidden mistakes destroying their profit margins every single month. Hopefully, you know what your profit margins are. And even if you don't, I'll show you exactly what they are, how to spot them today, and the fastest way to plug those leaks so that more cash hits your bank account and not your suppliers. So I'm not talking about theory. My name's Alvin. As you know, I've spent 16 years building multi-million dollar retail stores. And what I'm about to show you today is the proven playbook that I used and that I continue to use with my clients to increase their margins and their cash flow and take them from crisis to growth. So let's get into it. And today we're going to be talking about the hidden retail margin mistakes that are draining your cash in your store and how we are going to go about fixing them. Now, I'm going to be referring to a guide here called the 7 Steps to More Cash, which is the exact system that I use with my clients, which will show you exactly what to do, how to fix your margins. And if you want a copy of that, just put the word cash down below and I will make sure that you get a copy. So let's rock and roll into it. So I kind of alluded to it in my intro, but you're probably running around your store thinking that your margins look healthy. On paper, hopefully you're checking via your point of sale system that on paper everything appears profitable, but you're scratching your head wondering, man, the reality tells a totally different story. And the reality probably is manifesting in your bank account. And you've also got this problem where you think you've had a profitable few months, and then all of a sudden you've got some broke months. Like you've got inconsistent cash flow. You're probably freaking out, stressing out, and like, how do you run a business like that? And the other problem that I see is that your customers are buying, but your bank account is flat. You're definitely doing more sales in the point of sale system in your store, but it doesn't look like it when it comes to how much money you're taking out of the business. And you probably got these accountant reports where it shows you, hey, you've got great gross profit, but you've got no cash in your business. So the numbers look good on paper, but your bank account and your cash flow tells a totally different story. So why are you experiencing this, right? Many of us retailers, we really don't know that there are hidden margin killers stealing our profits, right? There are some things happening within your store that you're probably not aware of that are eroding your margins. Some of these include, you've got inventory mistakes with poor stock management and poor cash flow planning of your stock, pricing errors. Like, I bet you if I walked into your store and randomly picked a few products and checked it against your point of sale system, your back end office, I beg your pardon, and compared that with an actual invoice that you receive, that there's a big price discrepancy happening there as well. And that's where your margins are kind of being eaten. I mean, this happens all the time in stores, happened in my store, and certainly happens in a lot of my clients' stores. I mean, you've got so many SKUs and there's so many manual processes. If you're entering in invoices, someone's not checking invoices properly, and then you're selling them at the wrong price. You know how it is. The other thing that I see that erodes margins and why you're experiencing this is you've got these small expenses that are compounding your major losses. And lastly, like, you're not tracking anything. You've got no way to monitor this, and these problems remain invisible, and then they become super, super critical, right? But if you get this right, which is what we're all about, right? You want to be able to get this right so then you can start to build a store that actually runs without you, that creates more time and freedom for you so that you can start to do the things that you love. And hopefully, I mean, that was my main thing of getting into business. And hopefully it's one of the reasons why you've come to hang out with me today. So if you get this right, you're going to add 5 to 10 percentage points to your margin. You're going to significantly improve and increase your bottom line. You're going to have more cash in your bank account. Your cash flow is going to be amazing. You're going to have clear visibility into the real profitability of your store. You're going to stop money leaking from your business. You're going to start plugging these holes, and you're going to be aware of these holes so you can start plugging it. And then you're going to start to build cash reserves for those growth opportunities and also for those rainy times where you need the extra growth. But once you get all of this right, like I mentioned just previously, you will actually have a far better business. It's going to be able to run a lot better without you, because in order for you to do all of this, you've got to create systems and procedures into place. And ultimately, you may not want to sell your business, but as I keep reminding you, the value of the business is based on your EBITDA. So the amount of money or the profit that you make at the end of the year, and it sells for a multiple of that. And so by getting the margins right, which is really on a granular level within your store, you start to then compound this throughout the rest of your business, which will improve your EBITDA margin, or your earnings before interest and tax, and depreciation and amortization, which is how your business is going to be worth. So here's what you need to do, right? So what I'm going to show you today is how you figure out what your three deadliest margin killers are, how you identify the problem, how you spot them in your business, how you quickly diagnose it, and then what to do about each one. And then at the end, like I mentioned, I'm going to invite you to download the 7 steps to more cash, which will go through this in much more detail for you. It's free. In fact, if you want it now, just put the word cash below and we'll get it out to you. So the first thing is the inventory, right? This is the first area that you need to work on to immediately improve your margins. You need to start to have a look at some things like, what is your dead stock? You got to take your head out of the sand and really understand and remember that every dollar that's tied up in unsold inventory is costing you money. Just need to let it go. The next thing is we've got poor inventory turnover. Very few retailers know what their inventory turnover is. This is also not dead stock, but also slow moving stock. For your industry, for the type of store, you need to be aware of what your stock turn is, and then you need to start to optimize towards that level. Otherwise, you're just missing out on money. And you need to, I mentioned broadly, figure out what it is for your store, but a good store will turn over stock 2 to 3 times, and for fast moving stock 4 to 8. You need to make sure that you achieve this balance. And remember, every month that you've got unsold inventory is you've got money tied up in the back room, right? It just sits on your shelves. That's cash. And it's actually depreciating every time, because the value of that product as it sits in your back office slowly loses money. And you're just carrying all these costs that you never, ever calculated, right? But many of us retailers are too proud to let them go and turn them into cash quickly, because then you can start to reinvest into more stock. So that's the critical thing that you need to be doing. That's the first thing. So your margins suck because the way you manage your inventory sucks. The next thing is your pricing without strategy. I see this all the time. There is no system that you have within your stores on how you're pricing, and you are making some big mistakes by keeping it very simple, like a cost plus strategy. Very, very many of us do this. And just adding a markup without really understanding what's happening under the hood within your business, without understanding what your rent percentage is, your wages percentage is, and you're just doing a blank cost plus. You're missing out on opportunity. Not only are you losing money, but you also could be pricing your products a lot higher depending on the value that you provide to the marketplace, so on and so forth. So you need to make sure you have a strategy for it. In our market today, especially with online, there are lots of discounters, and many retailers just try and copy the prices that the big box retailers are doing. And that's not a great strategy for you, because they certainly buy it in a lot cheaper. They get rebates to maintain their margins. So you can't just do a copycat formula. And as part of your strategy, you need to make sure that you have regular pricing reviews. You need to have some sort of system in place, because, as you know, prices change all the time. If you don't have any system for it, then your team can't follow through. There needs to be a system for pricing reviews every time you enter an invoice. You need to be perhaps doing it monthly, quarterly, really depends on the type of store that you have. And as you know, one of the things that happens is your margin erodes without notice, right? Cost increases, competitive pressures slowly eat away at your margins. If you're not doing anything about it, eventually you're going to get to the stage where you're not making money at all. And you need to really, really think about this, because many of us, without having some sort of pricing strategy, are leaving so much money on the table. And just even thinking about this is a whole complex thing. So you need to start looking at how you can do that and how you come up with some sort of pricing strategy for your store. The other thing is expenses, right? And everybody knows they've got to reduce their expenses, but how many of us actually have a system to do that? And like a system that is documented, a system that is followed rigorously, is something that you need to implement within your store. And I'm sure you know, but you haven't sort of realized that small monthly increases compound really, really quickly. Like there are transaction fees that your bank is charging you from other suppliers, from utilities, so on and so forth. Small monthly increases compound very, very quickly over the next 12 months. Uh, a lot of us in our stores have forgotten subscriptions and services. The automatic renewals always kill us. And if you don't have a system to stay on top of it, and if you're not reviewing your P&L regularly, then you're going to get eaten. And you'll automatically see our $60 charge becomes a $720 charge in a year. You've got old equipment, software, all of these things, services that you probably were using that did provide value that now are costing you more than they are worth. And as retail store owners, we're really good at hanging on to things that have no value to us. I think it's because as a mentality, as a small business owner, we don't want to let things go because of the decisions that we've made to get them in the first place. We're perhaps a little bit too proud. But all I'm saying is easily you could walk into your store and you could get, 6, 7, up to $1,000 worth of savings every month, which is just all waste, which then adds to your bottom line and then starts to increase your margins, right? So what I want you to do, your homework, is to walk around your store right now, take a physical tour, look at what's on your shelf, have a look at something that's over 6 months old that's been sitting there, quickly identify these products, have a look at your slowest moving section, locate which area of your store, right, where this inventory turnover is consistently poor, start to calculate the total value of the capital tied up with this stock, right? And you're going to realize that's like dead money sitting there. And if that doesn't give you a kick up the backside, well, you really need to look at why are you running your business for? Why are you putting yourself through this headache? Um, so, when working with clients, I usually find about 30K, depending on your store. I work with stores, as you know, that are doing $1 million in revenue and more. There's 12 to 30K of stock there that you need to move around, turn into cash, and then that adds to your bottom line, right, into your margins. You've got unnecessary expenses, like I spoke about, and I would be willing to guess you've got 15 to 25% of profits actually trapped within your store, not doing anything, which you could quickly turn into cash, add to your bottom line. And this is a great exercise that I do with my clients. Then when they do this, they finally discover what's happening under the hood in their business. They can finally start to explain why their cash flow sucks. And they can finally understand what are some of the strategies that they can use to lead to greater margins within the store, right? So the whole system, like I said, is if you want a copy of it, just write cash below. We'll get it out to you. It's my guide called The 7 Steps to More Cash. And it'll help you identify where your cash is stuck. And, knowing problems isn't enough. You need to make sure that you start to take steps to create change. And for many of us running around in our stores, like a headless chook, right? We know what needs to be done, but we're just not doing it because we don't actually have a system in place. So you need a systematic approach to fix these things, especially your margins. And then so you can turn your discoveries into cash flow within your business, improve your margins, get rid of the stress, create more value within your business. So when it's time to exit, you can capitalize on that. So like I mentioned, if you want a copy of this, my guide, The 7 Steps to More Cash in Your Store, will show you what you need to do in the 7 steps. It's free. Just put down cash below, right in the comment section below, and we'll make sure that you get a copy of it. So I hope you found that useful. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions. Did something not make sense? But I'd love to know, if you've got this far, write down in the comment section, what are some of your favorite margin tips? Like, how do you increase the margin within your retail store? What sort of strategies are you using? What's worked for you? So we can share with everyone. Until next time, catch you later.